Welcome to the Technical Writing Success video overview by Senior Technical Writer Kurt Robbins.
Okay, so picture this. You get a report from a coworker, and on the surface, it looks great. I mean, it's polished, it's formatted perfectly, but as you start reading, you get this weird sinking feeling. The words are there, sure, but the actual substance, the meaning, it's just missing. This quote right here from a finance worker, it just perfectly captures that moment of frustration, the moment you realize you've been handed a problem that's disguised as progress.
So does that feeling ring a bell at all? Have you ever been staring at a document that feels so hollow, it's like you're solving a riddle instead of just getting information? And if you've had that nagging suspicion that you're spending more time cleaning up a colleague's AI-generated mess than doing your actual job, well, you are not going crazy. This is a real thing, it has a name, and it is becoming a huge problem in offices everywhere.
All right, so what do we call this thing that's quietly killing our productivity? Researchers have given it a name that's, frankly, pretty perfect: Workslop. And believe me, this isn't just another buzzword. It's more like a quiet poison that's slowly eroding how we work together. So what is it exactly? Well, think of Workslop as content that's all style and no substance. It's that beautiful presentation with zero actual data. It's the 10-page report that says absolutely nothing new. It's that perfectly worded email that completely misses the point. It creates this illusion of progress, but what it really does is just pass the real work on to the next person down the line.
And this right here, this is the absolute heart of the problem. You see, most tools are designed to help you do your job better and faster. Workslop is different. It takes the hardest part of the job, the actual thinking, the analysis, the understanding, and it just dumps it on the person receiving the work. So the person who created it saved maybe a few minutes, while their colleague is stuck with an hour-long cleanup job. Which brings us to a really important distinction we have to make. On one side, you have thoughtful, smart AI use. That's where you're the pilot and AI is your co-pilot, helping you do real work faster. On the other side, you have workload. That's where you've let the AI basically replace your brain. It spits out stuff that misses all the important context and just creates more work for your team. One is a partnership, the other is just sneaky delegation. Now, you might be thinking this is just a minor annoyance, but it has real, measurable costs. In fact, experts have started calling it the hidden slop tax. And when you see the numbers, you'll understand why. This is where you can really see the damage it does to the bottom line.
First, let's just talk about how widespread this is. A whopping 40% of office workers in the US say they've received Workslop in just the last month. 40%. I mean, just think about your own office. That's almost half of your colleagues dealing with this on a regular basis. This isn't some fringe issue. It's an epidemic.
So what happens when they get this stuff? Well, on average, people are spending nearly 2 hours, 2 hours, dealing with the fallout from just one incident of Workslop. That's 2 hours spent deciphering, correcting, or, let's be honest, usually just throwing it away and redoing the entire thing from scratch. 2 hours of productive time just gone. And when you scale that up across a whole company, the numbers just get mind-boggling. For a big company, say 10,000 employees, that lost time adds up to an estimated $9 million a year in lost productivity. $9 million. That's like an entire department's budget just vanishing into thin air, all because of poorly used AI. It's a massive problem hiding in plain sight.
But the cost isn't just about money. There's a real human toll too. Think about how it feels to get Workslop. Well, the data shows that over half of people are just plain annoyed. 38% are left confused, and, get this, nearly a quarter of people, 1 in 4, actually feel offended that a coworker would send them something so thoughtless. So this isn't just inefficient, it's actively hurting team morale.
And that bad feeling? It leads directly to a breakdown in trust. After getting a piece of Workslop, about half of people start to see the person who sent it as less capable, less reliable, and even less creative. Think about the damage that does. Every piece of slop that gets sent is like a small withdrawal from your professional reputation, chipping away at the trust that your entire team is built on. Okay, so the problem is big, it's expensive, and it's tearing down our teams. That's the bad news. But here's the good news. This is totally fixable. And the answer isn't to get rid of AI. The key is to get a whole lot smarter and more intentional about how we use it. So let's talk about how to stop the slop.
It really boils down to a simple 3-step plan for teams. First, set clear guardrails. You have to have real conversations about what AI is good for, what the quality standards are, and what absolutely needs a human in charge. Second, leaders have to model what good looks like. If managers are just copying and pasting, what do you think everyone else is going to do? And third, you have to foster a pilot mindset. We need to see AI as our co-pilot, helping us navigate. It's not the autopilot. You are always in command of the plane.
I think this quote just says it all, doesn't it? At the end of the day, fighting work slop is about culture. It's about building a team that's committed to quality and that respects each other's time and intelligence. It's about taking pride in your work, no matter what tools you use to get it done. So I'll leave you with this one big question to think about for your own team. Is AI actually being used as a tool for progress? Is it pushing you forward and helping you innovate? Or has it just become a really sophisticated new way to create polished, high-tech, busy work? The answer to that question will decide if AI becomes your greatest asset or your $9 million liability.
For more insights on effective communication and making sure your work is always clear, valuable, and 100% slop-free, make sure you subscribe to the Technical Writing Success newsletter and join the Technical Writing Success group on LinkedIn. Both are by Kurt Robbins. Thanks for watching.